Hi guys, Julia here from JM Squared Vintage. Welcome back to the channel. I am here today with the Ship With Me. These are some orders that came through over the weekend. How has your week been going? Has it been crazy? Mine has certainly been crazy. I've had my mom out to visit. We went to the bins. Actually, keep your eyes peeled. You'll be seeing the haul from when we both went to the bins coming up very soon. But other than that, we've got some interesting pieces that went, some crazy fast sales that I can't wait to tell you about. Let you know how much I bought it for, how long they sat around in my inventory, how much I sold them for, what my profit was, really just invite you into that part of my process. But without further ado, guys, surprising to nobody, I am running late. I'm in a time crunch, so go grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, sit back, relax, and let's get into the shipments from this weekend. So the first piece we have here is this cute pair of Vestal sunglasses. This is from my own closet. I just never really reached for them. They're a cute little, like almost cat's eye looking frame. I think that they're still around anymore, but they definitely have a quality that's up there with a higher end designer. They have that nice like acetate, that heavier weight plastic. And of course I couldn't find the matching bag, so I just grabbed a bag from a pair of Smith sunglasses, and I'm going to be sending these guys out. Now sunglasses, I'm interested to hear, do any of you thrift them? I feel like I have had zero luck thrifting sunglasses, but I'm interested to hear if anybody else does very well. I have found, I'm gonna kind of extra pad these because I don't have a box for them. So I'm gonna put like a padded mailer inside a padded mailer to give it a little extra cushion. It always makes me nervous shipping sunglasses because, sometimes these things are just worked in transit. That's what I want to do. So this should give it enough cushion for the travel. I think this isn't going too far. I want to say this is shipping to California. Yeah, shipping to California. So it's not going far, but either way, an abundance of caution always, especially when you're shipping something that can be breakable. So let me know, do you do sunglasses? I'm like, what I would love to find when I'm out thrifting and I find sunglasses, I would love to find like vintage sunglasses from like the 50s, the 60s, the cat's eye with the rhinestones. I've never found one. It's coming. I know it's coming. So these guys I've had listed for about 6 months. I had them listed for $24 and I got an offer for $20, which I did accept. And essentially I owned these, so that basically brought my profit to $16 even. Really happy that these are going to go on and get a little bit more use because they are very, very nice. They just weren't my favorite on my face. I'm one of those picky people with sunglasses. Next up here, now this is a Bolo brand for sure. This is a brand called Jen's Pirate Booty. This is the label right here. I'll see if I can zoom in on that. It's like, I don't know how well this is showing up on camera. It is gold on white. But this is something that was, at least for a little bit, sold on Free People. Very expensive. This is one of those Free People like brands that are sleeper, extremely expensive pieces. So something like this, which is a wisp of a thing, it's a beautiful double gauze in this nice like light celery green with a little crochet lace trim. This was probably like $150 new. No joke, they're very, very expensive, but beautifully made, beautiful textiles. I mean, like if you look at the care tag on it, it says something to the tune of like, wash in the sea and lay flat on the sand to dry. It's that level of commitment to like island living. So very, very expensive brand, for sure a brand to be on the lookout for. Actually, let me know. I have found, I think 3 pieces in all of my time sourcing, and I'm always really excited to find it. They don't always sell super quick because they are that kind of higher dollar. This is, of course, the least significant piece I've ever found. Let me know if you have ever found a piece of Jen's Pirate Booty. Let me know like what it is that you got, how much you sold it for, how fast it went. I'm interested to hear how many other people have found it, and also like where you are in this great wide world. So I had this guy listed at $35. And I had it for about 6 or 7 months. I found it right at the beginning of winter, so I'm not surprised it didn't move super quick. Again, this is probably the least significant piece I've ever found from them. I did get an offer for $27, and with a $1, which I did accept, and with a $1 cost of the bins, that brought my profit to $23.51. So happy that that is gonna go on and get somewhere. It is just so cute, and literally that textile is a dream. Next up, now this is a pretty piece. This is a vintage, I want to say this is like Y2K vintage. This is from 12th Street by Cynthia Vincent. And I had heard the name, just like I had heard the name in magazines or whatever. And I had never really seen the tag. And when I picked it up, I noticed the tag on this was like on the side. It's tacked in and it's kind of like long and skinny, but it goes up along that like side seam. So it's like right here, not in the back. So everything about that tag just kind of screamed high end to me. You know, like they're going to great lengths so it's not like sticking out of the back. It's not, you know, itching the person who's wearing it like crazy. This is 100% silk in this beautiful, like flowy burgundy, deep red. And this is something that if I have to guess, this was probably meant to be a nightgown or like a slip of some sort. But if I have to guess, this is going to be going on to be like a dress. Like somebody will wear this out. Because you're starting to see those like lingerie style tops come back in. If you remember, in the early 2000s, the Y2K era, we were all wearing, at least people my age were wearing, these like camisole style tank tops. And they had like lace trim. A lot of the times they were like contrast colors. So it would be like a turquoise blue with like an orange trim. And then we would wear these like, these little like half sweaters that just tied like right here over them. It was a whole vibe. Let me know down below if you also rock that look. Those were the definition of going out shirts back in the day, at least where I live. So keep your eyes out for these lingerie inspired pieces because people are buying them, especially when you can find them in silk in great condition, and especially when you can find them in that kind of like true vintage label. So I had this guy listed for $36 and I had it for about 2 months. Again, kind of found it early spring, so not super surprised that it didn't move super quickly. And had it listed for $36 and got an offer for $28, which I did accept. $1 cost of the bins has brought my profit to $24.49. Great little piece. Oh, it's going to Hawaii. I always love seeing like where these pieces go. I started keeping a map years ago with my Etsy stuff because we ship all over the world, and I started keeping like track of all of the different countries that we shipped these things to. It's really cool. Do any of you do that? Is that just me? I'm such a nerd about like these little treasures that we find going on to like have another life in Korea. Anyway, very cute. Next up, now this is a brand to be on the lookout for sure. This is definitely, again, a little bit of a less significant piece. You for sure want to keep an eye out for the boots. This is Ariat. Ariat? I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's the logo here. It's like a little triangle with 3 horseshoes that are kind of connected in the middle. This is a Western wear brand. They make stuff specifically, you know, cowboy boots. This is something that is their Heat Tech line, Ariat Tech line, I think that's what it's called. And people really like the brand, so they will seek this out by name. It's not something that like, you know, the rest of the world really looks for. It's not like an Under Armour that, you know, somebody on a ranch will buy and also somebody who likes to go running who lives in Chicago will buy. Like Ariat is for the most part really only going to be, you know, sought after by people in that kind of Western wear world. I would make sure if you do find a piece, so number 1, it's expensive. Number 2, it's sought after. It's a beloved brand. You want to make sure that if you have a piece, you're using Western wear, ranch wear, all those kind of like Western equestrian, you're using these ranch related, horse related keywords because people are looking for it. Now something like this isn't too crazy. If you find one of the heavier jackets, you'll probably be in that like $60, $70 and up range. If you find the boots, I mean, I recently sold a pair of boots that were my own. I just wasn't reaching for them. They were little almond toe low cowboy boots. And I think I bought them at the Boot Barn down in San Antonio. And I want to say I paid like $129 for them. They weren't crazy expensive. They were all leather and, you know, again, a brand people know. And I ended up selling them for like $100. So definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. I'm always happy to find it. I don't find it much out here. I would assume that anybody who lives in an area with a little bit more ranch activity, you know, your Montana, your Utah, your Idaho, your Colorado, you probably find Ariat a lot more. In fact, let me know if you do find it frequently where you are. So I had this for about 3 months and I had it listed for $28 and I got an offer for $25 on it, which I gladly accepted. With a $1 cost of the bins, this brought my profit to $19 even. I'm super happy that that is going to go out and get some more wear. Next up, this is so stinking cute. Now, I don't pick up a lot of Urban Outfitters, but when I do pick it up, it's something that I just like use my gut with. So this is like a satin, this is a men's shirt. It's like a satin Havana shirt, right? It's got that little bit of a spread collar here. It's a satin and it's kind of like a heavier weight satin, but this is something that I would foresee somebody wearing like open over a t-shirt or a tank top. They'll wear this out for drinks. It's like that pink and green that feels very Beverly Hills Hotel, if you know, you know. And it's in great shape and it's an extra large. So something like this, as long as I'm sourcing it at the right price, is definitely something that I would pick up. But I do see a lot of Urban Outfitters and I do leave a lot of it behind because it just, you know, it doesn't sell for the most, so, and therefore it doesn't like resell for the most. But something like this, which I would have bought this for the style, kind of no matter what the brand was, as long as it was made well. I knew it would go pretty quick. This is just giving me drinks in Miami and I am here for that. So I had this guy for about 2.5 months and I had it listed for $32, which is kind of along the line that like $20 to $35 range is what I was seeing for like men's Urban Outfitters stuff. And I got an offer for $24, which I gladly accepted with a $1 cost of the bins. This brought my profit to $18.73. And I hope that they have many, many delicious cocktails in that. Next up, now I love picking up pieces like this, and to be totally honest, I did not think I was gonna move this until fall. So this is a vintage, like lightweight denim shirt from the 90s, and it's got the most delicious little fall Halloween pumpkin scene embroidered on the front. I will always pick up shirts like this because there is such a market. If you have been following my channel for any amount of time, you've probably seen some of the other absolute gems that I found. Now this is the kind of thing that will sell on Depop, so if this is something that you want to get into, I would encourage you to make sure that you are cross-listing to Depop, not just Poshmark, not just eBay. Because this is the kind of, and I would use granny core, I would use kids core, I would use teacher shirt. This is the kind of thing, like if you are around my age, you probably remember teachers back in the day wearing shirts like this around the season. So use all of those keywords. But I just thought that this was too adorable to leave behind. I had to have it. And it did get, you know, expectedly. Now I found this after Halloween. I want to say I found this in like late November, maybe early December. So I was in no way anticipating moving this before next fall, like before next Halloween. So what a delight that it went early. So I had this guy for about 5 months, so I guess I found it in January. Still, I did not anticipate moving it sooner than fall. So I had it for 5 months and I had it listed at $28. And I got an offer for $20, which I gladly accepted. With the $1 cost of the bins, this brought my profit to $15.58. And I hope she absolutely loves it. Because this is the kind of stuff that's like one of a kind. You know, you're not gonna find another thing like that out there. Certainly you're not gonna be wearing the same thing as somebody else when you show up in something like that. Do keep your eyes out. Let me know, do you look for pieces like that? Next up, now this is an interesting one. So this is from Jam's World. And I have had Jam's World pieces in the past that have sold a lightning fast. And they have sold for crazy amounts of money. And what I've learned with Jam's World is that it's truly all about the pattern. There are certain patterns that people really seek out. And this is not one of them. Also, I could barely read it on the tag, but it is still vintage. It is 90s. It is cute as heck. It's kind of like a little bit of a batik print. It's a size large, little sundress with a button front. Let me get this kind of folded here. And it is in fabulous condition. Now I had this listed somewhere around the $60 mark because that's about what I've sold the other pieces that I found in. I want to say that I had them listed at like 70 and I took 60 something, and I did find this right around Christmas time if memory serves me right. So I was looking to move it. So I had it listed in that kind of $60 range, and I had eventually dropped the price to $48 because I wasn't seeing too much action on it. And I was able to find other pieces in this same print that also were not moving. So maybe this is just one of the lesser in demand. Like I would still urge you, if you find a Jam's World, like price it high, because there are certain things that people will pay top dollar for. I dropped the price to $48 and I got an offer for $32, which I did accept. I was ready to move this guy on. Still definitely a Bolo brand, 100% though. I remember Jams as a kid. My mom, she used to make us, we would go to like the fabric store and pick out our fabrics. and she would make us jams, like Jam's shorts. Do you remember Jam's shorts? Let me know. Let me know. Had this listed for $48, got the offer for $32, which I did accept. I had it for about 6 months in my closet, and with a $1 cost of the bins, this brought my profit to $24.60. Happy to be moving this guy on and happy to be getting it a little bit more wear because it is so cute. Next up here, we've got this cute little dress from a brand called Aqua, which I had never heard of before, but the dress felt like it was made nicely. It's fully lined. It's kind of like a gorget fabric. It's of course leopard print, which is a neutral. Fight me. It has these cute little ruche sleeves that you can like cinch up a little bit more to make them shorter if you want. Tie them however you want it. Full wrap. It's not a faux wrap. This is a full wrap silhouette. And it felt in fabulous condition. So it turns out this is a Nordstrom brand. I don't know if it's an in-house brand or if it's just a brand that sells there, but either way, super cute. Definitely has mid-range resale prices. I wouldn't necessarily call this a Bolo brand. I definitely picked this one because of the fact that it's a leopard wrap dress. So this is definitely a decision I made based on style versus on brand. But again, great condition, size large, leopard wrap dress, all those things made this a very, very sellable piece. Again, typically if it doesn't have the brand name that will carry it, you just want to use that litmus test of what things can I list about this that will get eyeballs on this listing. If you have not seen it yet, I did do a video a little bit ago all about keywording your listings to optimize them for the platforms. I think a lot of people maybe found it helpful. I will link it down below. If you haven't seen it, I urge you to go and watch it. I'll be doing more kind of informative videos like that coming up soon, so I hope you enjoy them. And if you ever have anything you want to see a video on, don't ever hesitate to put it in the comments down below. I want to make sure that if you guys have questions or if there's something that you need help with, that I address that and I help you to the best of my ability. So this one I had listed for just about a month, and I had it listed for $32, and my sidekick sent an offer for $28, which was accepted. And again, I had it for a month. My cost was $1 at the bins, so that brought my profit to $19.38. Such a cute little dress. Next up, now this is something that I learned a little lesson on. This is a cute little like boucle skirt from Mango, but just a tip, so because I love Mango. I like Mango as a brand. I own a lot of stuff from Mango. And so this is like a little asymmetric tweed plaid. So this is the tag. It says MNG. And I knew that that was part of Mango, but what I learned while doing this is that the MNG tag is a brand that is sold in, I think, Kohl's, versus the tag that says full Mango. I'll try to find a picture of one and put it right up here. And the thing is, Mango, the brand that is bought at Mango stores, resells really well. They do great. They're kind of fast fashion. They're probably a little bit lower market than, say, a COS. A little bit closer to like an Arket, if you're familiar with Arket from the UK. But you know, in terms of quality, along the same lines of the nicer Zara stuff. So that's about where they land. And that stuff sells really well. They have a very minimalist aesthetic. So even older stuff, they're just classic styles. So I would buy that with confidence as long as you're, I wouldn't pay like $10, $15 for it. But this MNG, I probably wouldn't be picking up unless you're getting it at the bins and you have the time to store it a little bit. So that was a lesson learned on my part. Like I said, I've been wearing Mango forever. I knew that that was part of it. I just didn't realize that that was like a sub-brand that sold at different stores. I had it listed for about 8 months. And I had it listed for $22, and my sidekick sent an offer for $19, which was accepted. So that makes me happy. I was very much ready to move this guy on. And with a $1 cost at the bins, this brought my profit to $12.18. And I hope she loves it. It is a very nice skirt. It's just, again, knowing what I know now, I probably would not have picked it up in the first place. Next up, we've got this cute pair of Abercrombie & Fitch jeans. This is their ankle straight, ultra high rise Curve Love. So Curve Love is one of their cuts that has a little bit of extra room in the seat. People are really looking for like the dad jeans or like the wide leg jeans at this very moment, but these are a 31, so I knew that they wouldn't last. Those kind of 30, 31, 32 sizes do move quickly. It kind of doesn't matter the cut. Like you'll get good $25 on a skinny pair of jeans from Abercrombie because they really do love the fit. And I gotta say, which is kind of crazy because I came through high school and college in the Abercrombie era where the Abercrombie jeans were absolutely king. And then you watch them kind of fall into complete obscurity for about 20 years. And it's so interesting to see them back. But I will say, you know, I am a stickler for quality. You know, like I will pay up for my jeans. I do not care what my jeans cost. If they fit me right and I'm gonna wear them all the time, I do not care what they cost. $500, fine. I mean, maybe not $500. We're not made of money here. But $100, $200, I don't care, because I wear them all the time. And I don't like to have 17 pairs of jeans that feel like okay. You know, I don't feel great wearing them. If I put them on and I feel great in them and I think I look great in them, sold. Do not care. Will I try to find a sale? Absolutely, but I also don't care. Listen, I am a secondhand shopper to the core. I'm a thrifter. I'm a frugal gal. But I also understand, as somebody who has like struggled with body image issues my entire life, I also understand the power of feeling great in a garment. So my whole thing is I just have less garments, but I feel great in all of them. Half of them I thrifted, half of them I paid full price for. It doesn't matter, as long as I feel good. Buy what you feel good in. If you can get it secondhand, great. If you can't, and you can swing it financially, like treat yourself, because that kind of confidence is priceless. That is something that I am like pretty passionate about. So thank you for indulging my soapbox moment. It's just feeling great in your clothes is a really powerful thing. And I think everybody deserves it. And no matter what your chosen clothes are. So I had these guys listed for $36 and I had them listed for 2 weeks. Got an offer for $32, which I gladly accepted with a $1 cost of the bins. This brought my profit to $23.67. Great pair of jeans. You know, be scrupulous with what you pick up. But as long as you're sourcing inexpensively and you're finding modern jeans, they're a pretty safe bet. You're gonna get $20 to $25 and up. Next up, now this is one of my favorite Bolo brands, and we've talked about this a lot in the last couple videos because I found a couple pieces. This is an Aviator Nation t-shirt, and surprising to nobody, this sold lightning fast. This is one of their motifs, this lightning bolt. I have not seen many with like the small lightning bolt on the chest, but this had 2 little areas of discoloration, but I mean, they're really not super noticeable. And if somebody's buying this to just kind of like wear around the house or just wear to the beach or whatever the case may be, I don't think anybody's really gonna mind that. I wanna say their t-shirts like this retail $83 or $84. It is absolutely no joke how expensive they are. And people love the brand and they seek it out. This is a size XL, so hopefully this goes on to get a ton more work. Because other than those little things, it's in great condition. You know, it feels like it's pretty brand new. Aviator Nation is, their textiles are like chosen and treated to be broken in already by the time they get to you. And they are just known for being the kind of clothing that gets better with every wear. So with that, I kind of know what a piece of Aviator Nation feels like that has been washed a lot of times and worn a lot of times. It feels even better than it does when it's new, but this actually feels new. So I wouldn't doubt that whatever happened to cause those little discolorations probably happened within, you know, the first or second wear. Otherwise, this is like brand new. But either way, it's definitely a Bolo brand. Every piece I've ever had has sold super, super quickly and for a great price. Again, they retail for over $80 for a t-shirt. If you were to find a hoodie, even a kid's hoodies retail for over $100. Adult hoodies, I want to say they retail $178, and you'll get $60 and up all day on an adult hoodie. And you'll probably get $40 and up on a kid's hoodie, and probably within a few days of listing. So this guy I had listed for $38. Now, if this was in perfect condition, if this didn't have that discoloration, I probably would have listed it more towards like the upper 40s or the low 50s, because that is really where they sell. Again, this had a flaw, so I priced it accordingly. So anyway, I had this listed for $38. Same day I listed it, I got an offer for $30 with a $1 cost. This brought my profit to $26.10. Super happy to be getting this on. and I hope he loves it. It's really cute. I like that. I like that little bolt design. It's very subtle. And finally here, we've got this cute little dress from Free People. This is called the Tree Swing dress, and I've sold this dress, I want to say 7 or 8 times. I've sold different versions. I've never had the blue. I've had a couple black versions. I've had a couple white versions, and it's like a tunic length dress. So this can be worn as like a shirt or a dress. And it's just super cute and casual. It's got this like little keyhole with a little button closure. This is, I believe, a size large. Yep, size large. And this is just one of those styles from Free People that is kind of like a well-known style, and people really love it. It's just one of those styles that people know and love, and it's super easy breezy to wear, super cute, but I've never seen the blue before, so that was an exciting find, especially in a size large. Now this is not something that I would go and drop $10, $15 on because it doesn't sell for that much. There is a lot of them out there. They do sell through very well, but there are a lot of them out there, so it's a little bit saturated. So if you do find this, be mindful of your cost. Look at it through the lens of your preferred profit margin, but do know that this is something that will probably be in and out of your closet very quickly. So I had this for 3 weeks, and I had it listed for $32, and the buyer and I went back and forth a few times and landed on $20. And that's about what I've seen on this. I see somewhere between like 20 and like 25 on these tree swings. So again, keep that in mind if you are sourcing and you do see that. $20 with a $1 cost. This brought my profit to $14.71. And off she goes. I will still buy those as long as I can source them at that $1, $2 range. I will source those all day. I know that they're reliable sellers. But that is it, guys. That is the shipment for today. Thank you so much for hanging with me while I literally get my work done. I hope you had fun. If you did, please consider leaving a like on this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I would love to have you along on this journey. But guys, I've got to get this stuff out to the post office. So without further ado, everyone, have the most beautiful weekend. Happy hunting, and I will see you in the next one.